Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly and the What the Heck Just Happened segment tonight. The stupid binder thing continues. May I remember that during the debate, Governor Romney said he recruited women to work for him in Massachusetts. A good thing, right? And he said that he tried to do that by putting names in a binder and checking them out for competence. Well, that has offended some ladies.
It was very unfortunate for Governor Romney because it sort of raises this question, can he relate to working women? You know, it made it sound almost like working women are some mail-order product you can order out of colored binders. And, you know, there's so many directions you can go. What did the tabs in that binder say for each of the women?
Well, they might have said, are they sane? Here now to react, the star of the 5 grade Gutfeld and the producer of the Imus in the Morning program, McGuirk. I gotta tell you, I have seen dumb things in my 36 years in this business, but nothing as dumb as this. The binder is insulting to women. Gutfeld.
I love how the media pretends not to know what he meant, whereas when Obama is vague, they somehow understand when he's talking about terror when he really isn't, but they don't get this. Now they're taking everything literally. If he had said, I have a panel of women, they're going to go, he created paneling out of women? Oh, my goodness. He's putting them in a cabinet. He's an atrocious monster. They are on purpose trying to pretend that they don't understand.
But you know what, McGuirk? Here's the tragedy of this. That woman we just saw, the CNN correspondent, she's offended. Yeah.
Well, she's supposed to be a reporter. Her name is Jessica Yellen. It should be Jessica Whining, because she's supposed to be a reporter, not giving her opinion. And you know, it's obviously a gross distortion and a distraction.
But she herself, she's a professional woman, all right? You gotta, you know, she's got a good job.
She was in a binder. And
she is genuinely offended that...
Well, I don't believe that.
You think it's all a fraud?
I do.
You both think it's fraud?
It's completely fabricated.
They tried to paint him as, you know, Leona Helmsley in a suit who kills his employee's wife. Now they're trying to double down on the perception that he's Joey Buttafuoco in a suit who wants to rip the heads off Barbie dolls, who would beat the crap out of Shirley Temple.
You guys don't think that the outrage that this Miss Yellen showed is genuine?
Bill, if they were genuinely offended by stuff, they'd be offended by Bill Clinton being the point man for... They'd be offended by Bill Maher giving $1 million to the Obama campaign after he called a woman the C-word. They'd be offended by the fact that Jay-Z is cutting Obama campaign ads, and he goes way beyond using the B word and the H word that rhymes with toes. They are so offensive, those lyrics, and he's doing, Obama's in the club with them.
It is amazing that in this age, when there is a lot of crudity everywhere, that the binder thing is now there. Okay.
They didn't care about the word gangbanger, which Obama used. And by the way, President Clinton...
that's a term that is used in criminal prosecutions.
Believe me, I know.
Okay.
I know. What I'm saying is they choose to pick words only when it's a Republican, but they ignore the words. They could have easily done it.
If they had done that, I would have been on them for that, because that's obviously,
by the way,
in the lexicon, used as a criminal term.
By the way, the left invented binders. They called them quotas.
Okay. Most interesting moment of the debate, McGuirk.
The most interesting moment, of course, was this Candy Crowley moment. I mean, I know everybody's been all over it, but I will say this. Romney was winning the debate. He was winning it, and he was going in for the kill at that point, and she interjected, threw him off his game. And my question is, all of a sudden, Obama comes up with this September 12th
Rose Garden speech, right.
Right, exactly right. Out of nowhere, and it surprised everyone except Candy Crowley. I'm calling for a Warren Commission type investigation.
Well, here's what Ms. Crowley said to Gutfeld. She said that she knew it was going to come up, so she researched the whole thing about when was the first time, and she had the research in front of her. You know what? I believe her. However, she's wrong. He didn't apply the Terror Act to Benghazi. He was speaking in general terms, and we proved that beyond a reasonable doubt. Most interesting moment to you?
I have to go back to the overall demeanor of Miss Crowley. She reminds me of the lady at the gate at the airport when you try to jump zones, like when they're loading zone 1, but you're in zone 2, and she does that thing where she's like, no, no, no.
You're not supposed to jump zones.
Well, you wouldn't know. You haven't flown commercial since Current Affair.
Of course, I never did that program. It felt.
It was wait. Hollywood?
No,
Access Hollywood?
No. I'm not going to tell you, Gutfeld.
What?
All right? The program that I did was not even close to what you're saying. So you think that Miss Crowley was a scold?
Yes, she was a scold. And she knew she had made a mistake right then and there.
You think yeah, because she did back forth. She did back away. Now, we invited Miss Crowley on in place of you two tonight. We wanted her instead of you. But, of course, she...
Don't make that joke.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's too easy.
All right, we're going to hold the guys over. We don't really know why, but we are. And we're going to discuss how dumb are American voters in general. And Halloween, once again, some people want to ban it. We're coming right back. Back at the book segment tonight, we continue with Gutfeld McGuirk against our better judgment. The key question in this year's presidential election is, how smart are the voters?
Who's that?
Bush Sr.
Ooh. You know Mitt Romney? Have you heard of him?
Nope.
What about Michelle Bachmann?
No.
Newt Gingrich?
I think I've heard of
Ron Paul?
No.
Rick Perry?
Sounds familiar.
Who do we declare independence from?
See, I don't know.
You know?
Independence from the king?
Yeah. King who?
Not Midas, but I don't have the slightest.
Do you know what the unemployment rate is right now?
Oh, 99%.
Close. Once again, Gutfeld and McGuirk. All right, now that's not really fair. I mean, Waters, he attracts those kinds of people when he goes out. But generally speaking, McGuirk, do you believe that the American electorate is intelligent? Do they go and vote on the issues?
To paraphrase somebody, the electorate is an ass. We live in a Jersey Shore Kardashian world. It's pretty sad. The debate the other night, Game 3, I live in New York City, as you do in New York, the New York area. I know more people that watch the whole Yankee game as opposed to the debate, and these people can tell you, Alex Rodriguez's salary, his contract length, the salary caps that teams have, and what players they can get.
But most of those people don't vote. If you're really avid, you don't take the time to go. But what was encouraging, I thought, was 80 million people watched the first debate, about 65 million watched the second debate. These are big numbers.
This is my point. I actually disagree with Bernie. Why should we ape Europe and make fun of Americans' intelligence? Maybe America is so awesome, we don't have to pay attention until we have to. I didn't know who Rick Perry was. I thought he played for the Golden State Warriors in the 70s. I thought Michelle Bachmann wrote Taking Care of Business. I had no idea who these people were. And I am almost considered slightly average in intelligence.
By whom?
Yeah. No, America is so awesome. We're so busy being awesome. We don't have time for this stuff until we need to have time.
Now, when we finally lock in, and that's happening now, you can see the cable ratings through the roof, people are paying attention. Do people vote? Because I believe there's going to be a lot of people voting on emotion this time around. All right, and that's why Barack Obama, even though the polls are trending Romney's way, can't put him out because there's a lot of emotion. It's not like Jimmy Carter when nobody really cared. All right, if he lost, so what? Barack Obama, you got African Americans, you got Hispanic Americans, you got people getting, government assistance. There's a lot of emotion there.
Yeah, but you know who's the most undecided voter? President Obama. He doesn't want the job.
You don't think he wants a job? I disagree.
I think he's had it.
Yeah.
I think emotionally he's drained.
Just look at some of the, at the town hall debate, some of the brain-dead, undecided questioners there. I mean, who's undecided at this point? You say emotion. But I mean, really, it's an
interesting observation. If you're undecided by this point, the gulf is so enormous between the. Okay, Halloween coming up, and Gutfeld is absolutely outraged that some school districts are saying no to the urchins. They can't dress up.
Correct? It's a war on Halloween, Bill, and I can't believe you're not behind this. It's Skokie School District 69, no costumes, no candy, no parties, and they're blaming it on it excludes students because sometimes costumes are so expensive and other students can't afford it.
Okay, so Skokie, Illinois, their school district says no costumes for Halloween because some students can't afford it.
Right, and yeah, but can I just say this? Costumes are very, very cheap. All I got to do is scowl and put on a monotone tie, and I could be you.
When I was growing up, my parents weren't buying me a costume. You put on, some old clothes, and you go out and you say you're
First of all, I disagree. They should not have Halloween in school. We have, first of all, the school, they're filled with stupid little hooligans. They're all dressed up, like thugs and hookers. And do we need kids walking around like Lady Gaga and Batman and teachers dressing with Jerry Sandusky masks?
Come on, it's supposed to be fun, McGuirk. I know you work for IMUS. You got to have a little fun.
After school, you get your Bill O'Reilly mask, you get your pillowcase, and you go out.
Bill O'Reilly's wearing a Bill O'Reilly mask right now.
That's me. That's cheap. Just get a free suit and get out
We just talked about how dumb the electorate is. It starts in schools. Hit the books.
Here we go. Lafayette, Washington, no. Great Neck, New York, no. Morton Grove, Illinois, in addition to Skokie, no. And I think it's outrage. Halloween's a fun holiday, and people should have fun.
I smell a book.
All right.
I got a book. If Romney loses the election because of Candy Crowley killing Romney, you can write that book.
All right. Coming next.